So, good evening, good evening. It's not a good evening if you're a Man United fan, although I suppose on the flip side, it's another day closer to the sacking of Eric Ten Hag. But, bro, more leaks than Wiki right now. It's mad. I can't lie, man. Yeah, more leaks, and we're not just talking about the roof at Old Trafford. It is falling down, mate. Yeah, journalists being banned, players revolting, Ten Hag on the ropes. What are you saying, man?
Bro, it wasn't a popular opinion at the beginning, but bro, listen. Nah, I mean, boy, I made a list like Santa Claus, blood. You know what I mean? All the people that owe me apologies. So, is what it is, blood. And I'm checking it thrice, blood. I'm telling you, these pussies, blood. It's all good, bro. He's on his way out, bruv. Ten Jong-un, bruv, about to get overthrown, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, the dictator, bruv. The dictator. I told all of these man, I told them as soon as the Sancho thing happened, even before the Sancho thing, but as soon as Sancho got removed, I told man, I said, Sancho ain't the problem. You don't want to run all this nonsense about Sancho. I said, that's going to split the dressing room. You don't treat no player like that. Especially not someone that's popular, bro. You don't do that. And then you're falling out with Cristiano, Casemiro, and Varane now as well. Good luck. Do you know what I'm saying? Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, finished, mate. You know, like that. So it is what it is, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait for this, to be honest. Can't
It's
wait.
crazy.
Best thing,
It's crazy,
best thing
man.
that we could do as a club is get rid of this guy. Best thing.
I agree. I want to read this out real quick because this is this is funny. Manchester United banned journalists from 4 media outlets from Tuesday's press conference with boss Ten Hag. United claimed that they had not been given the right of reply to negative stories around the club. Journalists from Sky, ESPN, Manchester Evening News, and the Mirror were excluded from reporting. After reporting, some players were unhappy with the Dutchman Ten Hag.
See?
Man United's statement said, "We are taking action against a number of news organisations, not for publishing stories we don't like, but for doing so without contacting us first to give us the opportunity to comment, challenge, or contextualise. We believe that it is an important principle to defend, and we hope that it can lead to a reset in the way we work together." That right there tells you it's a dictatorship. Yeah, we want to work together to create the narrative that everything's great at Man United, and you guys went against that.
This is
so
what
we're
I'm
banning
trying
you.
to say, bro. I told you. And it's the same with a lot of these big so-called YouTube channels, fan channels, or whatever, bro. They're not fan channels, bro. They're owned by the club. As soon as the club start letting you into press conferences, you're owned, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what you are. You're owned, whether you like it or not. You can't say what you want to say, bruv. And this is exactly what it is. Owned. There's
Facts.
someone in the chat saying that Anthony's doing an interview on one of them channels. I don't even know if it's true or not, but it wouldn't be a surprise because Anthony's one of Ten Hag's boys. Do you know what I mean? One of his rent boys, blood. You know, like that. And this is exactly what it is. They're gonna send man on there to talk rubbish, bro, and talk up the manager and that. He's gone, man. Goodbye. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The players decide who comes and who goes and who stays, and they've had enough, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Yeah, mate. I've seen a lot of people saying that it's the players. Yeah, let's just have this right here. Yeah, right. As much as I get onto Edu, and as much as I get onto Arteta, they got rid of Aubameyang, ripped his contract up. They got rid of Mesut Ozil, ripped his contract up. 2 big earning footballers there on 350 grand a week.
Yeah.
Right? They got rid of Mustafi, he was on 100 grand a week. They got rid of Socrates, he was on 90 grand a week. They got rid of so many other players out of that football club by ripping up contracts. Kolasinac, another one. Right, and we've ripped up contract after contract after contract. If that manager wasn't sitting in press conferences week in, week out saying, "I've got a great squad. The players are brilliant. It's all great. I'm happy with the team." Yeah. Well, if he is lying, right, and he blatantly is lying, why isn't this being called out as his fault? Because he's blatantly barefaced trying to con millions of Man United fans by saying the team's great, I'm happy with them all, when he's not. He knew the terms and conditions when he got the job. He knows the budget every transfer window, and he'll put a list together of players that he wants, and then the board go and get them for him. Yeah, it's not his fault if the board paid 90 million for Anthony. I get that. It's not their fault if they put him on 300 grand, 200 grand, whatever. That's the money men. But he has asked for them players when he knows the boundaries of the budget, right? So the fact is, when Anthony, if they come back and go, right, we can get Anthony, he's 90 mil. Yeah, we can get Mason Mount, he's 60 mil. And he knows the budget is only 200 or 220, he should be looking and saying, right, I can't waste 150 of that just like that. What I'll do,
Yeah.
I'll go and get Kudos for 35 mil, and I'll get this player for 40 mil on the wing.
The fact that he could have got Kudus, yeah, and he decided to get Anthony, it shows you his talent ID's off, bro. He can't blame anyone for it. He can't blame anyone for his failure at this club other than himself. I'm not trying to hear it. You know them ones. You know what it is, yeah. You got too many of these fans, yeah, that don't know jack about football. I know they don't know nothing about football. They don't know anything about life either because they haven't lived long enough. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're coming up with all these stupid comments, and it's like, forget football. Even if you've had a job long enough and you've been in a workplace and you understand the hierarchies in a workplace and you understand human behavior, certain elements, you knew that this weren't gonna last, bro. Do you know what I mean? You can't spend 400 million on players. The players come in, the players aren't better than the players here, and then you're running a dictatorship. Yeah, you're running a dictatorship, bro. You're running a dictatorship. You're disrespecting players that have won more in their careers than you've won in your career as a manager and a player combined, bro. Like, you don't do these things, bro. There's ways of doing things. Do you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you have to keep conviction. When you swear by something, you have to follow it all the way through. The manager's bought these players and he's not even standing on his investments because he's benching them all.
Facts.
So why should I trust a manager that can't even identify players, buy players, and then fit them into a system? What are you doing here? You can't coach, you can't manage, your substitutions are wrong. Like, bro, like, what has this guy done? What has this guy done, yeah, successfully as a Man United manager since he's been here? Nothing. I don't even count the trophy because, bro, all Man United's permanent managers have won trophies. All of them. True. Apart from Oli. And Oli's a scrub. Like, Oli had no previous when he came to Man United. LVG and Mourinho both won trophies.
Facts.
So what then?
Facts. Yeah, it's
so
true.
What then?
And the thing is as well, like as you look at it and you think, okay, cool, first season, yeah, it's won a trophy, have another go. Yeah, you've completed the aim of the game, you've won something, right? Yeah, it might not be the biggest one, but you've won.
You're meant to improve after that. Are you taking us backwards after winning a trophy?
You go and do another load of dough, yeah, and then you go and bench the players that you have signed and keep the dross that you're trying to get rid of. You're telling the whole world they're great players, and then you're benching the ones that you signed. Your bench at the weekend, yeah? I read this out on a show I just did a minute ago, right? Yeah, your bench at the weekend. Whoops, if I can get the lineups up. Hang on. There we go. Smash the likes up, people. Right, your bench at the weekend, yeah? In fact, your starting 11 at the weekend had one of his players in it, the goalkeeper.
It's always like that.
The bench, Amrabat, his signing. Hojlund, his signing. Reguilon, he was desperate. Oh, Premier League, give us an emergency left back.
Yeah, because we had 2 injured, yeah.
Anthony on the bench. Brian Deere on the bench. 5 of his signings straight away, right there on the bench. Only 1 started. Yeah, 1 started. Yeah, and then he's sitting there giving it the waffle in press conferences about, oh, we scored an offside goal. It could have been a draw.
Yeah, but Lee, this is why, yeah, you see these Man United fans, these scrubs talking about injuries. Look at that bench. Ain't no other team in the league got a bench like that. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking about injuries. Look at that bench. That's crazy. Newcastle.
Varane on the bench.
Bro, Varane on the bench. Newcastle, a bench full of man that no one's ever heard of, cuz. And Matt Ritchie. But these Man United fans complaining about injuries. Hey, you lot are pagans, man. Listen, I don't want to hear nothing about injuries. Yeah, we've probably got the biggest squad in the league. Like, we could sell more players. Donny van de Beek don't even make the bench, bro. Sancho's not on the bench, and we're still filling a bench with no youth team players.
Mason Mount's not on the bench because he's apparently injured. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. And Cass is injured as well. Like, all right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? This is comedy to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Bruv, it's embarrassing. I'll be honest. It's embarrassing. Man United, injuries are not the problem. The biggest mistake Man United made this whole time post-Fergie was sack LVG. It was the biggest mistake they made. Because that was the only time we had a coach. The only time we had a coach, a proper coach that would improve players. Because as much as these men are saying our players are rubbish, yeah, cool. When we play against teams, yeah, most of the time, yeah, we wouldn't take the majority of their players. So what are you talking about? When we got popped off the park by Burnley, how many Burnley man do you want? How many do you want?
Weghorst.
Bruv, when we had Weghorst, they didn't want him. They didn't want him, Lee. You know what I mean? And now our new striker's got no goals in the Prem.
They're loving him off. Bro, this is the same fan base. I laugh, man. It's proper entertaining watching.
Lee, I got cooked for backing Weghorst last season, you know. I got cooked. They were like, oh, you rate Weghorst, bro. When Weghorst was bagging in the World Cup, none of you man weren't saying anything, yeah? All of a sudden, he comes to Man United. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, he's dead. Burnley striker, XYZ. Bruv, 70 million on a youth can't score a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? And Weghorst gave us more. Other than scoring goals, he linked the play better than Hojlund. He pressed better than him. He ran the channels. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Hojlund ain't better than him apart from in the box, in and around the box. He's not. And we're seeing it right now. He's not contributing in football matches in the Premier League. He's not doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? But so when I was back in Weghorst last season, they were cooking me. What now?
Mad.
What now? I'll take Weghorst up front ahead of Hojlund right now.
Bro,
we're struggling.
The same fans that I see online, sitting there, like your fan base is so entertaining to watch, because they all backtrack, and they don't believe anything they're saying. It's just what's fashionable at the time, similar to ours at times, But this is the same Man United fans that I see online that were trying to get rid of Lukaku for scoring nearly 30 goals in a season. And now they're sitting there lauding up Rasmus Hojlund for scoring none in how many games?
Bro, that man said he's 009, 0010 and that, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I think it's 11 now, bro.
It might be. I stopped counting after 7, Lee. You know, like that. I stopped counting after 7.
He's got the same amount of goals this season as Eddie Nketiah in all comps.
But this is what I'm trying to say. And Hojlund is a player that I like, Like, I like his fundamentals for the future. But, bro, he's getting away with murder now. Because he cost 70 M's and he ain't scoring.
He's a backup to somebody else. That's what
I said. Go cop Harry Kane, bring in Rasmus in 2 years' time, and we just kind of blood him in slowly. That's what I said. Just blood him in slowly. Nah, get him, and then the manager's thrown him straight in as the number one, and he's not doing it. That's the manager's fault. Again, poor man management. How do you bring in a 20-year-old kid, and put him up front? And bro, have we not learned? We done the same thing with Memphis. It was the wrong move bringing in Memphis Depay, giving him the 7 and expecting him to carry the Man United torch. Nah, bro. Those are the kind of players that you bring into the team, and you actually blood them in. That's what we done with Nani. And with Anderson, we spent big money on them, but then they came in the team to learn from other players. They didn't come in the team to be Man United starting players. You can't be throwing in 20-year-old kids at Man United, unless they're absolute worldies. Unless it's like unless it's like an Mbappe or something, you don't come to Man United at 20 and play. That's crazy. That doesn't work. Like, what are you doing?
Mbappe,
Hojlund's dying.
Haaland, somebody like that. You can. Everyone keeps saying the stream's freezing as well. And the drop off's mad. We just lost 300 people just like that. So maybe refresh it, guys. I've got it on my phone right now. It seems to be working on my phone, and we've just gone right back up 300 as well. So YouTube.
Yeah, it's probably just glitching or something.
Yeah, it just dropped from 1,000 to 700. It's back to 1,000 inside 5 seconds. So maybe there's a little glitch going on. But if it does buffer, just refresh it, people. Make sure you're smashing the likes up. We've only got 200, man. Come on, 1K in the building. Big up Said, big up Lewis as well in the chat. Big up to everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah, big up everyone, man. Big up the chat.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, honestly, bro. Like, I just look at your club and I think, like, I mean, this manager today. Look at him. The stories in the media about players are not true. Why did you ban everybody then?
Bro,
Fergie. I've seen your fans, a lot of your fans sitting there, but Fergie banned people. Fergie had won 15 plus trophies at that point. Fergie could walk through Manchester.
But Fergie banned guys, for actually doing stuff. Even if, it wasn't like, for instance, they banned one brother for saying something about his son or something. It was personal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he said he weren't talking to the BBC or something, because they said something about his son. Feeling out. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Cool. But the thing is, Ten Hag ain't done nothing in the game of football to be walking around like Billy Big Bollocks, bro, at Man United. It's like, bro, like, you've got no aura. Like, what have you done? Turning up to Man United in your dead linen suit and your dead crepes, bro, and now he's got the Peaky Blinders drip, It's just like, bro, get out of my club. Do you know what I'm saying? You got no charisma. You got no presence. You got no aura. And the players don't respect you. Why are you here? even in some of the leaks, they were like some of the more senior players were saying to him that maybe from their experience at like with bigger clubs and stuff like that, and that with better managers, maybe you need to kind of modify your approach to certain players. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna do things my way. All right, Sinatra, bro, on your bike. On your bike, rude boy. That's
Bro,
it, he's gone.
Bro, we did a show a couple of weeks ago where we went through the Ajax wage bill. I just reiterated that again on my other channel a minute
It's like
ago, right?
90k is like their highest paid player or something.
Yeah. Bergwijn is
Bergwijn.
on 88,000 a week.
Yeah.
Top earner, right? Rafa Varane and Casemiro earn $4,000 a week more than that whole Ajax squad. And he thinks he can walk in there and talk to them all the same. Nah, man, get out of here. It don't work like that in football. You can't talk to players on 300 bags how you talk to somebody on 12 bags a week. It's totally different.
But also not just the money, just the stature of the players. Do you know what I'm saying? When you look at Casemiro, it's like, if I'm the manager and I go into the club, straight away, I'm looking for him. I'm looking for Varane. I'm looking for Lissandro, them man. And I'm sitting them man down. And them man are my soldiers, bro.
Yep.
How you got Bruno as your soldier? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, Bruno Fernandes as your soldier. He's not good on the pitch, and he's not a leader in any sense of the word. He's not a leader by performances. He's not a leader by his aura, his stature. He's just a little rat, bro.
He don't inspire anyone. Let's be real.
When
the going gets tough, he gets going real quick. He hides.
But that's what I'm saying.
He hides. I see that clip you put on your Instagram from Ashley Williams as well about Harry Maguire.
But Ashley Williams is a real G, yeah? And I'm glad. Now he's retired, he can say stuff like that.
He was hiding. He couldn't get the ball, bro. He's hiding.
He can say stuff like that now. Because the thing is, yeah, this English media, yeah, they want to suck Maguire off, yeah? And they want to try and make it out like Maguire's playing well and stuff like that and show you aerial jewels and all that. But guess what?
Nominated for player of the month.
Stats don't show you when players are hiding and they don't want the ball. I've criticized him of this many times. Also, Scott McTominay is another player that does it as well. And Bruno Fernandes does it quite a bit as well. Like, Bruno doesn't like receiving the ball facing his own goal. He just hoofs it because he can't turn on the ball. There's a lot of these players.
Granit Xhaka facing the wrong way.
Yeah, Xhaka, yeah, bro, myth. Xhaka's got to play the way he's facing.
Xhaka plays all right, but that way, nah, mate, get him out.
He's got to play the way he's facing, bro. That's why he can't be the first phase receiving the ball at any opportunity because he can't turn in it. And it's one of them ones where it's like it was refreshing to see an ex-player that played at Premier League level to turn around and say that, because now it's one thing when I say something, a man can chat rubbish. When Ashley Williams says it, yeah, someone that's his peer, someone that's played against him, you have to listen to that. You have to listen to it, whether you like it or not.
But then all your fans go, yeah, but what has Ashley Williams ever won? That's the standard go-to.
What did he better than Maguire.
Well, did he get relegated as many times? Big up to everyone in here, man. Big up to Ten TV as well. Rants, this manager's a dead man walking. It pains me Arsenal fans don't rate Arteta. I'd trade the bald pagan for a bag of potatoes. Bro, 100%. Listen, the thing with Mikel Arteta, and I've always said this, yeah, at least he cares. Yeah, he actually cares. You can tell that, yes, listen, he's very arrogant. Yeah, but you have to have a level of arrogance to be a Premier League football manager. But there's a borderline between taking it to a level that you lose everyone. Yeah. But then if you've got the backing of your board and you're all on the same page, which, cool. Listen, let's be real, Edu and all of them at Arsenal Football Club, they're all on the same page. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily always the right page. Yeah. But they've chosen a path to go down. They're going to live and die by that. Yeah. So far, yes, we're up there again. We're leading the table again. Fantastic. We did that last season for 93%. So we need to rein it in a little bit this season and learn from our mistakes. But everyone's on the same page. He wants Aubameyang gone. Laters, Ozil, Laters, and all the other players. And this is why when I look at Man United, I think, right, Scott McTominay, you could just rip his contract up and say, piss off, mate. Yeah, Harry Maguire, you don't want him? Cool. Put him in the under 21s. You never play for Man United again, mate. Yeah, we'll pay you every week until you piss off. Yeah, and guarantee if you had done that in the summer, he'd be playing for West Ham now. Yeah, he'd be playing for West Ham because he wants to go Euros, bro. He wants to play football. Yeah, but he likes the adulation that comes with being Man United ex-captain now. He likes the exposure he gets.
Harry Maguire is reveling, in this victim narrative. You know what I mean? Because that's what he's, a victim. Oh, I get abuse, this, that, and the other. Like, it's not fair. Whatever, man. You get abused because you're rubbish, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Harry Maguire's not getting racial abuse or nothing like that. You're getting abused because you're rubbish, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That's why you're getting abused. I don't mind Harry Maguire getting abused because it was justified. You know, like that. It's not like man were abusing him for stuff outside of football. All your abuse was football related. You're rubbish. Like, you're rubbish. You're taking up a space of a player that could be playing. You're taking up money. You're taking up the armband. Bruno should be getting booed as well. You're Man United, when you're Man United captain, yeah, the standards that you're held to should be higher than everyone else's. Facts. It should be.
Yeah.
Bruno should be getting booed as well.
Yeah. Who was it I watched the other day? It was somebody Matty sent me in the group chat. What's the guy's name, man? He does the NFL. He's the one that says, I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. What's his name?
Stephen A.
That's him. Right. And he said, I don't know who they were talking about. Yeah, but Matty sent me, he was in the gym and he was watching it and he sent me the clip in the chat. I can't play it because I get done for copyright. And he goes, if you're the main guy in the team, you should be held to higher standards than everybody else.
100.
Yeah, and you should get more criticism than anybody else. And then he just went on a mad rant about this guy. I don't even know who the guy was. Mad rant about him. He's been absolutely trash. He's been rubbish. He shouldn't be immune from criticism. He's the main guy on the team and he ain't playing like the main guy. He's the top earner. He's not playing like the topper. Yeah, bro, how does that roll over there? And that's fine. But over here, why? The PR.
Yeah, because in the NFL, if you're the quarterback and you're not doing what you're doing, you get corked. Do you know what I mean? There's nowhere to hide. Like in England, it's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Harry Maguire is getting, the cooking that he deserves, bro, because he's trash. That's what it is. And he gets protected, way more than he should because of his profile. That is it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, look at Man United. Marcus Rashford's one of the main players. The abuse that he's getting right now from commentators, it's long overdue. Because my only problem with the Rashford criticism, is that it's taken this long for him to get it. That's my only problem, because when Rashford's not scoring, they like to dissect his game. But his game doesn't change between when he's scoring and when he's not scoring. He's always bad. He's always bad. The difference is, sometimes he's bad and he scores, and sometimes he's bad and he doesn't. More often than not, he's bad and he doesn't. And then everything, they want to try and drag Anthony Martial into the conversation.
Oh, I see that, man. I see that.
Bro, it's an absolute disgrace, bro.
Was it Gary Neville or Carragher? One of them was
going, it doesn't matter.
Look at Martial. Look at Martial. And I'm thinking, Martial's just tracked him all the way down into his own half. From the goal,
bro, and Rashford hasn't gone. And you know what it is? And you know what it is with Martial, The reason why I get angry is because it's a mixture of things. It's the xenophobia, bro. Because Rashford's homegrown. Do you know what I mean? He's Man United through and through, so he gets away with murder, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And because Martial ain't from England, and then on top of that, he don't smile for these people and he's not feeding kids, These man want to try target Anthony Martial, bro. Talking about Anthony Martial's record, bro. When you look at minutes played, Anthony Martial is absolutely pissing on Marcus Rashford, bro, in terms of statistics. Like, Rashford plays 90 minutes every single week. And even in terms of overall goals and Premier League goals and assists, they're not even that far apart.
There you go. Mate, another one as well. Luke Shaw, he gets away with everything, man.
Murder, but Luke Shaw's face fits. Do you know what I mean? So does Maguire's, bro. It's funny how when Man United players say, oh, these players getting managers sacked. It's all your favourites getting managers sacked. What are you talking about? Bums like Bruno. Luke Shaw's been at the club nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? This player's never fit. And when he's fit, he's overweight. The managers come out now basically saying he sees him as a centre-back now because he can't flipping run. No talk of his lack of professionalism, though. Imagine being a footballer that's overweight and no one talks about your professionalism. But everyone's talking, but Sancho's late.
It's a mess. It's a mess, bro. And the thing is, you're right. I see so many people saying, "Oh yeah, but some of these players, it's the players. They've thrown 4 managers under the bus." Yeah, okay, cool. Which players then? What? Luke Shaw, Rashford, McTominay,
Maguire.
Yeah, who else? Martial's been there for long as well. So you could.
And he's been unavailable for a lot of it. So if you want to blame him for that, cool.
I've been on loan.
If you want to blame him for being injured, blame him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's not his fault he's injured. Like, he can't control. He can't do no more. If you
But the
think that
funny,
these guys don't have the best physios and all these other things, he can't stay fit because his body is breaking down because he's had injuries. It happens to the best of them. It's not his fault he's not available. But man are blaming him when he's not even available. Man are blaming him when he's not even playing.
and this is what makes me laugh as well, right? You sign that striker, Hojlund, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? He goes missing all season. Oh, but he scored in the Champions League. Yeah, you're bottom of the group, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Them goals don't mean anything.
Right? Bottom of the group, irrelevant goals that lead to nothing. You're irrelevant. Look at Marcus Rashford last season in the league. All them goals led to nothing. Yeah, cool. Fair enough. He helped you win a cup. Brilliant. Right? Well done. Yeah. Now kick on. Oh, you don't. Right? But when people are sitting there talking like about this Hojlund and Martial, you've just thrown Martial into the game. When was the last time Martial started 10 games in a row?
Bro,
Yeah, and then they expect him to come in Newcastle away. You put Kobe Mino in midfield, Newcastle away. Why?
Nah, but you know what the wicked thing about Kobe Mino is, yeah? I said before the game, I feel sorry for him because the pressure he's about to be on against Newcastle, and we saw it. It's funny how people realize that Kobe was being exposed, yeah, when it's him. But when it was Casemiro, it's because his legs are gone. It's not because his legs were gone, it's because he's being exposed. And he's not naturally a mad, explosive, mobile player anyway. That's not his profile.
He's just a controller, man.
Exactly. His profile is more similar to Michael Carrick. Them guys are smart. They read. They break up the play. Do you know what I'm saying? But Carrick weren't quick. Do you know what I'm saying? It was one of them ones where he was just smart. Casemiro cuts out play and makes tackles because he reads danger. But you can't leave him exposed, getting overloaded 2s and 3s on 1, and you expect him to. What do you expect? What do you expect him to do? That's it. What do you expect him to do? When it happened to Kobe, they were like, Paul Scholes was like, I feel sorry for him and that. It's a lot of responsibility. But when it was Casemiro, they were questioning him. And this is what they do. When it's the players you like, you want to make excuses for them, yeah? Fundamentally, the squad, the way the manager set this squad up is flawed, and it doesn't suit the majority of the players he has. He's clueless. We didn't play 3-1-6 all pre-season. Played about 8 games, and then we start the season, and he's playing a new formation and new players.
Nine pre-season games, 4 behind closed doors after that. And then the guys talking in a press conference the other day saying, oh, well, we've had too many games. Maybe you shouldn't have set up 9 pre-season games.
He had 9 pre-season games. Bro, listen, so we had 13 games, yeah? The players are saying that they're running too much in training for no reason. They're all getting injured. And then we're not running on the pitch. So you're burning the players out before the game starts.
Before season starts.
What's man doing? And that's what Conte done at Spurs as well. Had the man running around like dickheads. And then they just started dropping like flies.
Facts.
This manager ain't got a clue. What are you doing, bruv? Do you know what I mean? Instead of actually coaching, he's just got these men running around for no reason.
Facts.
Don't make no sense, bro.
Scholesy said it the other day. I was watching something Scholes said, and he said, he goes, sometimes you just need to run less. Yeah, just run less. He goes, you don't need to run around all the time, just run less. Yeah, I can't remember what channel he was on, but he was sitting there talking for, it was a 2-minute clip I see. Then he was absolutely spot on. He goes, you don't need to run around 100 mile an hour all the time to read a football match. Because sometimes just run less. Yeah, like, and we see that. Yeah, how many times, like, do you see a player just hugging the touchline and they're just walking along the side of the touchline? But then soon as a certain player gets the ball, bang, they're on their bike.
Yeah, but come to life.
Yeah, they come to life, mate. Messi's the master of it. That guy walks for 90% of the game. Yeah,
but there you go.
But it's the same. Like Dennis Bergkamp never used to run around a lot,
bro. Because you're not supposed to, bro. At the end of the day,
you know where you are on the pitch and you know where everyone else is on the pitch all the time. Look at Cesc. Yeah, I know we're talking about some of the best players here. Yeah, but look at Cesc. Cesc ain't 100 mile an hour bombing up and down the pitch in midfield. Yeah, Cesc used to have wing mirrors on, bruv. Like just checking scan rates and all of that. Yeah, right. Never, ever looked like he was not in control of what he was doing. When I look at Man United and I look at a lot of these Premier League players, it's always rushed. Yeah, their first touch has to be immaculate or they're getting tackled straight away. And it's like, you don't know anything about your awareness on the pitch.
Yeah, but these are not intelligent players, but these are the players that the manager's choosing to build the team around, bro. Like, if you play a midfield of McTominay and Bruno Fernandes with anyone, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you expect you're going to get? With the technical security, like the profile of players that a manager identifies tells me everything about their philosophy, because your philosophy cannot work without the right profile of players. It simply cannot. So when I look at this Man United team, yeah, I don't blame the players. I don't. I really don't. A lot of people, yeah, saying, "Oh, these players are rubbish. These players are rubbish." These players are not as bad as what you're seeing from them, because most of the time when we play teams, yeah, we we have the better lineup. We do.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Mate,
we haven't won a
you went
game
to
against the
Newcastle
top
at the
10.
weekend. You went to Newcastle at the weekend with only one of his signings starting, the goalkeeper. But your 11 was better than theirs.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, and then you parked the bus, and then your manager's crying about a goal that was disallowed. Like,
I'm
really?
getting popped off the park by Alma running them, man.
A 17-year-old kid in midfield.
But this is what I'm saying, Lee. But that's why I say all these excuses these men make are disingenuous. They're not real. They're not real excuses. Because if you gave Eddie Howe these Man United players, yeah, you would see a brand of football, yeah, that is like unrecognizable from what we're doing. It doesn't make sense. Even pressing is a zonal thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You have pressing triggers, but you also have zones. So if you're the center forward, if I press the player up until this point, by the time I get here, the right-sided forward should be coming forward to close the passing lane off. If he doesn't close and he doesn't do his job, I'm just running for the sake of running.
Which is what Martial was doing in that clip with Rashford.
Well, there you go. When I get to the end of my zone and Rashford hasn't ran, and then the manager's complaining at Tony saying he should have kept running. Why? Why? Because what's meant to happen is Rashford's supposed to come, cut the passing lane off, force them to either give the ball away, turn it over, or if he tries to play it, Rashford cuts it out, and then I can spin off and make my run. I've done my running. The whole point is you're supposed to press in zone, so you only press for like 3 seconds. That's it. You shouldn't be chasing a man the length of the pitch. What are you doing?
Look at Pep when he was at Barca. He said that he had that 5-second rule in it. We have to get the ball back in 5 seconds. Exactly. Yeah, but everybody knew their trigger point. Yeah.
Yep.
Like when I watch Atletico Madrid, everybody, I know they were shit the weekend against Barca, but everybody knows their trigger point. Everybody knows which passing lanes to cut, and everyone knows when to press, how to do it, and you go so far, then he moves, and then you drop back in there to cover the passing angles. Like, it's not rocket science. If you're coached properly, you get better performances. Yeah, how many times do we see managers come into teams in relegation form? Yeah, look at Eddie Howe, perfect example. They were 19th, bro. 19th.
I said it already.
Yeah,
I said it. Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe. It's one of them ones where, bro, Eddie Howe leapfrogged us from relegation when he came in. Ange Postecoglou's leapfrogged us. Unai Emery's leapfrogged us with Aston Villa, bro. These are all men that have been in there less time than our manager, bro. But they just actually coach. That's the only difference. They're actually coaching. Our manager's not coaching. What our manager's doing, is he's changed the system and he's just telling them to play it. And these men don't know what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? You're saying Pep would bench Bruno and Rashford, but bro, Pep could get something out of Rashford, bro, because he got something out of Sterling and he's getting something out of Doku, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the man are going to sit here and say, oh, Doku's better than Rashford. He's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, Rashford's not. Bro, listen, Rashford ain't a great footballer. I'm not his biggest fan, but he is a guy that is screaming out for a proper coach. He's probably never had one post LVG, bro, because I don't know how good the coaching is in Man United's academy, to be honest, because I don't see many players come out of the Man United academy and look really, really well coached, bro, because McTominay wasn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, McTominay's just a pace and power. He's not even pace.
McTominay's just a lump, man. Do you know what I mean? 6'3", probably about 12 stone. Do you know what I mean? And just runs around and twats people, but he can't play football. Do you know what I mean? He can't play football. I'll be real. I don't think Man United's academy are coaching players, bruv. Not at no good level, innit? Like,
not to a good level at all. Mate, if you look at Man City, Man City.
Bruv, look at Rico Lewis and Palmer and all these guys, bro. You can tell they're being coached, innit? Like, these Man United.
When they come into the team, they don't look out of place because everyone from top to bottom at every level of that football club is doing the same. Look at us when Wenger came into Arsenal. Yeah, we used to go and slap teams in the League Cup 6-1 with our kids. Why? Because they're all being the same way all the way through the youth levels. Man City under Pep have sold £400 million worth of academy players. Yeah, 400 mil. Yeah. How much have Man United sold? How much have Arsenal sold? Yeah, and I think that we're trying to do that within our academies now. Yeah, but I don't see that at your club. Yeah, your club, it's just, oh, yeah, well, this kid looks better than everyone else in the academy, so we'll throw him on the bench. Yeah, and then he'll start a few games. He'll look better than other midfielders because they're trash. Yeah, and then we'll hype him up as the next best thing. And then in a year's time, it'll be, well, he's on loan at Swansea.
Yeah.
Because if you've got a system in place that is decent, then that Kobe Mino could go on and kick on. But if you've got this manager there now with no system whatsoever, apart from that,
Kobe's just naturally a very good footballer.
He'll either make
but
it,
he again,
and that's not because of the help of Ten Hag.
Exactly. But the thing is, he's a good footballer, but he's in danger. If he doesn't have decent coaches, he just won't develop. You see it with players all the time. You see it with players. You can be a good player and have all the raw attributes, but unless you've got someone to nurture your talent, and take you to the next level, you'll stay at the same level and people just start bypassing you. Players don't just get better on their own. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, after a player gets to a certain age, they just stop improving, bro. Like, that's just what happens. One second, someone's ringing my bell, lad. I think I got a delivery, bro. One sec.
No, sweet. Hey, listen, 1,400 in the building, man. Smash these likes up, people. I'm going live with Fluers in a bit, about 15 minutes. And then I'm back on here for a watch-along. Hopefully, Arsenal go and slap Luton to pieces tonight. And I want to see a nice, comfortable football match like we did against Lons the other night. I don't want to be seeing this, oh, my God, we've conceded right at the death, and now it's panic stations like we did against Wolves after dominating. But big up to everyone inside, man. Can't pump these likes up. 1,400 inside, and we ain't even got 400 likes yet. I want to read this comment out as well from this Ten Hag guy in the chat. Where is it? Where is this comment? I've lost it. Where is it? I've lost the comment. He said the journalists, there it is. Journalists are a disgrace for leaking information. No, they're not. No, they're not.
What do you mean leaking information? They're doing their jobs.
They're not a disgrace. I'll tell you why they're not a disgrace. Yeah, and I'll tell you why Man United banned them, because it's true. Yeah, and if Man United can control the narrative via the mainstream media, they can control the masses. Right? And if they can control the masses, they get more money in. Because if everything's seen as positive and great and this and that, you lot are going to spend more money. Yeah, and everything's great. Then anyone who like rants, like myself, with our fan base, that goes against the general consensus is then seen as negative. But it's only seen as negative because they've controlled the masses. Yeah. So
look at Samuel Luckhurst. Yeah, he works very close to the club. So if he's putting stuff out, it's true, mate. Whether you like it or not, and I don't like him. He's someone I don't like.
Sky Cavers are wrong. Yeah, that guy chats shit. But
Cav has. Like, he's got strong sources, innit? He's got people on the inside. And same with, you know what I mean? Cockhurst, blood. You know them ones. Like, he's another one. Bro, he's another one. I don't like him. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's a pagan, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you can control the mainstream media, you can control the most of the people. Because if everyone's peddling out the mainstream media's Man United narrative, and their statement says it all, we want to work together. Of course you do, because if you can get everyone in your pocket, you can control everybody.
Why are we working together, bro? This is what I'm trying to say. Like, it's independent media, bro. Why do they need to work with the club? They shouldn't be working with the club, because when you're working with the club, then you just become the club's mouthpiece.
The puppets.
Do you know what I'm saying? Just like that other channel. You know what I mean? Just the club's mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what it is. And that's why they don't like people like me, bro. Because, bro, I'm gonna be out of pocket, bro. I'm not gonna say what they want me to say, bro. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't be bought. These men are pagans, bro. Like, Man United are an absolute disgrace. What they're doing right now at the club, it won't last, innit? Manager's gone. He cannot survive it. And he doesn't deserve to survive this. He deserves all the lashes he gets. And when they're talking about, someone said something about football IQ and Rashford and this, that, and the other. Listen, footballers don't need to have that higher IQ, bro. They're saying, Sterling's got IQ and that. Bro, watch Sterling when he plays for Chelsea and watch Sterling when he plays for Man City. It's not the same player. Like, the performance that Sterling put in for Chelsea against Man City is one of the best individual performances I've ever seen from him. However, no one ain't going to tell me that he's mad intelligent and he always makes the right decisions. He doesn't. Raheem Sterling's another one. He's mad inconsistent. Bro,
he's one of the most frustrating players England's ever seen, mate.
He's mad inconsistent. He's mad rash. The way you coach these footballers, it's repetition, repetition, repetition. The same Rashford ain't got no football IQ. At the end of the day, if you coach him to do something again and again and again until it becomes second nature, he don't need IQ. It becomes muscle memory. You just get the ball and you do things, bro. He's not being coached properly. He's being allowed to do his own thing, and his own thing is not good. You need to take the freedom away from him, yeah, and actually tell him when you get into these areas, you have to make it second nature to do the right thing. Marcus Rashford never crosses the ball from the left. He always cuts in and shoots because he's been allowed to do that for 4 years. No one's told him, nah, don't do that. No one's told him that. He's just been allowed to do whatever he wants. New contract after new contract, face of the club, have the number 10, all of this. These guys have been glazing him, bro. He should never been Man United number 10 in the first place. Same with Mason. I said, why are you giving him Ryan Giggs' shirt before he's proved himself? This team care more about the optics and about marketing than they do about making players earn the right to be where they are.
Facts. Look at Mason Mount with the number 7. I mean,
that's what I mean. Mount the 7, and even now they're giving Garnacho the 17, yeah, because they wanted to give him a lower number, and obviously Ronaldo wore the 17 for Portugal, so they gave him the 17, and it's like, bro, whatever, man. Until you've established yourself in the first team, yeah, as an important player in the first team, you ain't getting a low number. I don't care.
57 or whatever.
Yeah, bro. You're not getting a low number, bro. Like, that's crazy to me.
Because Saka had like number 80 something or something stupid, man.
Bro.
Yeah, he had that for time. Yeah, and then it was only after that he'd earned his stripes. Yeah. And then he gets given the 7.
Bro,
yeah?
I think Mason was number 29 or something like that, bruv. Hold that 29.
I think Saka had 2 different shirt numbers before he got the 7.
Yeah. Bruv, hold that, man. Hold the 29, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold that until you're him. Like, you're not him yet.
What is it with all 29s being trash, bro?
Bro, listen, I don't know, bro.
Hey, that 29 at PSG the other night, yeah, bro. But Barcoda or whatever his name, bro. He missed about 9 sitters against Newcastle.
Yeah.
29's a cursed shirt. Nobody wants 29, mate. I'm telling you.
No, but there you go.
Crazy. Saka had 77. Saka was 77, bro. Yeah, and then after that, I think he had a lower number, and then I think we gave him a 7. Yeah, but he earned it. Yeah, he was in the team doing bits every week.
Yeah, but Saka's proven that he's important to Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can get that shirt now, Saka, because you've proven it. Mason got the number 11 way too early. And he's a favourite of mine. I've been Greenwood FC since like he was in the youth team mashing work. And bro, when they gave him the number 11, I said it's too early. Because then, bro, like, you tell him that he's here now.
Yeah.
You give him a starting 11 number, so then why does he need to improve? Like, what? I'm here now. I'm him. Like, you give Rashford the 10, it's like, all right, cool, I don't need to work on myself no more. I'm here. Number 10. But that's crazy, man. You don't give him that. The number 10 is the player that you bring in here that's already made and you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Too much too soon. Look at Garnacho. Man's shushing crowds and all of that. Yeah,
he's done it twice and we ain't won either game. Like, bro, like who's allowing this? And this is the thing. There's nothing right about it, Lee. There's nothing right about it. Do you know what I mean? It's not even.
Again, how many shirts is Garnacho gonna sell now? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's all it's.
Bro, they couldn't give them away the other day. Do you know what I mean? So,
oh yeah, that kid didn't want it.
Bro, the kid didn't want it, bro. Do you know what I mean? No, I'll be real, yeah. It's like, bro, as much as Sir Alex Ferguson, like some of the things he done management-wise was a bit too like. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a bit too military. It was a bit too that. I think there needs to be a happy medium. But one thing I know for sure, all these shushing fans and all that, Fergie's not having that from him. He's not having that from him.
Bro, this is the same manager that got rid of Roy Keane for doing one interview. Yeah, like, and that was his captain. He got Beckham out of the club because he didn't like his off-field antics and didn't like the wife he was with. You know, like, do you know what I'm saying? Following players around, knowing where they are 24/7. Yeah, no way. Garnacho wouldn't even touch pitch under Fergie anyway. Right, big up to everyone in here, man. HN says Ten Hag caused lasting damage even if he goes. Now stuck with Bruno as captain. Mount on the books. I think that means Anthony on the books. New contract for Rashford. Facts. Yeah, facts. Big up Ten Hag as well. I want to hear your opinion on the Trent and James comparison. Who's the better right back? Reece can't stay fit, so we forget how good it is. Reece James is miles better defensively.
I think neither of them are right backs. Do you know what I'm saying? I think
they're more forwards.
Yeah,
Trent's more of a
James. I think Reece James has got to play midfield or he's got to play at centre back because he's too heavy to play fullback. He keeps getting injured, bro. Like,
I don't think he'd be better on the wing, right wing.
Even that, but it's just he's not. agile enough to play right wing for me. Reece James and Trent are both midfielders, really, innit? Like Reece
Well,
James
Trent
is the
played
best.
midfield, didn't he? Before
Yeah.
he
So did
improved.
Reece James. Reece James played. Reece James played in the six when he was on loan.
No
Where was
way.
he on loan? I think he got loaned out. I think to a championship side, and he played in the six there.
I never knew that.
At Wigan. Yeah,
Wow.
at Wigan. So Reece James can play in the six. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Reece James could do a Rice thing. I think he could, you know. I think he could.
Mm.
Trent Alexander, oh man, he's one of the best pure strikers of the football in the league. However, he's got a bit more holes in his game. I think James is the better player, but I don't think either of them are really right backs. I'll be real. Like, if you're a winger, who would you rather play against? Trent. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows that. Everyone would rather play against Trent. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but I don't think they can be compared. I think they're two very good players, but I think Reece James is better. But Trent will probably get you more goals. And we're talking about
trying to get you more GA all day long.
Exactly, and we're talking about defenders here, and we're talking about separating them with goals, innit? I think they're two very good players. I think they could play in the same team. And yeah, I think Trent's got more weaknesses. James has got more strengths, but Trent's strengths are ridiculous, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So
it's free kick ball striking is just a joke, man. That goal of the week,
absolutely. But I think
even the winning goal, like to do that on a volley like that, in the last kick, pretty much. Yeah, he does strike a ball very clean.
But I think but Reece James can play in more systems because he's the better player. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. I think Trent, if you're in a team that plays the way Liverpool plays, that will mask his deficiencies, amazing. But if you put him in a team where he's playing right back and he has to defend, he'll look like a scrub. I'll be real.
If you put him at Tottenham, I think he'd do half decent at Tottenham.
Yeah, he'd be amazing. It'd be amazing at Tottenham. But if you put him in a bottom half of the table team, you put them both there, I think Trent struggles and James doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. All right, big up Tangyang, man. Yeah, good comment, man.
It's a great question, though, but they're both very, very good players.
Big up Chica as well. Rance, when are you going to start doing NFL watch-alongs now that we're in December?
Hey, bro, as soon as the games start meaning something, I'll be watching them.
It's going to be 49ers. I don't know what any of this means, but it's going to be 49ers Dolphins Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I do. I can't wait. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm a Chiefs fan, but bro, it's not really.
Well, your manager's a Chief, bro.
Bro, no lies told. No lies told, bro.
This show's been hilarious, man. Before we wrap this up, Arsenal are playing tonight. I'm going live with Terry in about 5 minutes, people. We'll redirect over there. And yeah, man. Arsenal play Luton tonight. Do you see any upset, or is this just going to be a standard?
Arsenal going to batter them. Like 4-0 or something like that.
That's why I said 4-0. I think
you're going to cane them. You're going to cane them. You're going to put them to the sword, man. Do you know what I mean? So, I get it, bro.
They got a few players that are injured defensively as well. So it's funny because their manager was talking in his press conference, and he was just saying, like, yeah, they're a good team, but you know, this, that, and the other. And then he was like, we don't want to upset them, so we're going to keep boosting their confidence. He was saying, hey, we don't want them angry when they get it, bro. It doesn't matter whether we're angry or not. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, we probably could put a reserve team out with all due respect and still beat them. So, and if we can't, then it's looking a bit mad. I can't lie. But then, having said that, Liverpool did draw with them. But I think the way we've played our last couple of games, I know we were rattled a little bit at the end with Zinchenko's cock up, put us backs to the wall.
I think the Liverpool was just their standard
freak
bozo game. You know what I mean? Liverpool always do that. But bro, also Liverpool give you more of a chance than Arsenal because they're just Liverpool, innit? Do you know what I mean? Arsenal,
we've only conceded 4 away from home all season.
Exactly. Arsenal's structurally are better than Liverpool in terms of the way they stop teams from playing, innit? Liverpool are just like, cool, we're just gonna kick your head in kind of thing. So they give you a chance, innit? But yeah, I can't see them laying a glove on Arsenal. I don't think they'll score. I don't think they'll score either. Like we've conceded 11 goals this season, 7 have been at home. Yeah, so we're very good away from home. Yeah, we're very solid. Yeah, I think the centre-back pairing's been immense this season.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who comes in at right back or left back. Yeah, with them two at centre back, just being Rolls Royces. Saliba got his first booking of the season at the weekend. Stupid as well. It weren't even a yellow card, man. Yeah, and Declan Rice ain't even got a yellow card in the league this season. That's how dominant we've been, really. And then I think Tomiyasu will probably miss the game. He went off at the weekend with a calf strain, so hopefully he's going to be back fit because he's been brilliant, man. Like, he's really gone up in my estimations this season. Yeah, just a constant steady Eddie, man. And when we played against Lons the other week, bro, that guy was on smoke.
Yeah, but Lee, this is football. Like I say, yeah, all of these hipsters, yeah. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them, not the guys necessarily that follow me, but a lot of these young hipster fans, yeah, that want to see all this exciting rubbish. It's funny how now football's going back to defenders playing in defense. Do you know what I mean? That's how it is. You're seeing Man City now. You're seeing Pep Guardiola using Vardio and using Ake and them man as left backs. They're defenders. Do you know what I mean? None of this flipping that scrub Zinchenko and that and this false left back floating into midfield. Bro, when you play defenders in defense, your defense is better.
Facts.
That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? So now you're seeing Tomiyasu playing at left back and doing all these other things, and he's playing well because he's a defender, man. Like, it's not rocket science, bruv. Like, it's really not. You play defenders in defense, and the defense is better. When you play these guys that are midfielders that want to float inside and do everything else but defend, you're more vulnerable, bro. If you played defenders in defense last season, you might have won the league. Because when Zinchenko was getting nutmegged and crying at the end of the season, yeah, you were dying out for a bloody defender. Yeah,
facts, absolute facts. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think this January window, I said this with Lewis, City fan. I said, like, because obviously they got a few injuries. They got, obviously, Stones has just come back, but they got De Bruyne out as well. Doku looks injured. But then Jack kicked the ball away. That's him suspended for tomorrow. And Rodri's suspended 5 yellows. So, yeah, man, I think, like, if you look at their team's not as strong as everyone says it is. They've got rid of players as well, but they've allowed players to leave. Liverpool are up there. Yeah, the only
I think Liverpool are my team to win the league this season. I can't lie. I think it's Liverpool. I think the firepower is a joke, bruv. They scored, 4 goals the other day, and none of their forwards scored. Like,
yeah, mad. Yeah, it is mad. I can't lie.
I just think they'll shoot their way to the title.
The thing is, like I said this to Lewis, yeah, like whichever team out of us three, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, goes and gets players in January, yeah, whoever does the best business in January wins the title. Yeah, and I see my team last season absolutely fold in that January window. So hopefully they've learned their lesson. Yeah, and they're going to go out there. They're going to go and get me a striker. They're going to go and get me another midfielder. And if they don't get me another midfielder, I want another centre back. Yeah, and then you can
they need to get you another midfielder anyway, because they're saying that Partey's going to leave in January finally.
Yeah, to be fair, he's only played twice this season, I think. But
yeah, but you needed another one anyway, even with him.
Oh, 100%. But I think what we could do is Timber's coming back in January. So what we could do is put Zinchenko in midfield. Yeah, because we dominate most of the possession in most of the games. Yeah, putting him at a left 8 position is miles better than 29 or Trossard there. Trossard ain't an 8. Yeah, he's good, but he ain't an 8, especially when you're dominating constantly. Yeah, like if it's an open game, you could have him as an 8 maybe. But Trossard's way better further forward. I don't want to see him running backwards, slide tackling. Like, get him up the pitch. Yeah, but if you put Zinchenko in there, yeah, I think that he's very good on the ball, Zinchenko, and he's very good with his short game. Yeah, and he can open doors up and link the play really good. But
yeah, he's an intelligent footballer. He's just not very mobile.
And defensively,
he's not. Yeah, he just doesn't sense danger, but he's intelligent enough. Do you know what I mean, to play that role in a team like Arsenal that dominate the ball, man? So it'd be interesting to see what your manager does in it. But his decision making in general is why I don't trust him, bro. Like, your manager, I like your manager's philosophy. I like the style of football he tries to make you play. I like all of that, but I don't trust his decision making in the big moments, and just his overall personality. At times, man. Yeah, his overall personality is not for me. Like, he seems he gets rattled too easily. Like, and I don't just.
He got rattled in the press conference yesterday when they asked about Ramsdale if he's going to Newcastle. He got rattled. Got up and started.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. But
yeah, bro, he got up and walked off at the end of the question. Yeah, because they said, "Is he going?" And he started going. Nobody's leaving, and I can't guarantee if anybody leaves. And they started waffling. They asked him 3 or 4 ways, that journalist, and then the comms guy said, "There's another question coming from so and so." And he just got up and left. and then realised there was another question. I'd sit back down. And it was like, why are you so aggy?
But this is
You're
what
top
I
of the
mean.
league. Relax.
But this is the thing, because the thing is, yeah, like as the manager, you're the leader. Like what you say matters, and how you say it also matters, innit? And when he's openly said, yo, I think the team's too emotional and all these things, it's just like, yeah, it comes from you because you're too emotional. And because you're emotional and you're erratic, your team's emotional and erratic. When you look at managers like Carlo, he's so calm all the time. Even when he's angry, he's calm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Eyebrow,
bro, but this is it, and this is what it is, bro. Like, and when managers are too emotional and they can't control their emotions, they do silly things, bro. And you have to be calm in the game to make the right substitution, to do different things. And I just think he's too emotional, innit? But he's a very good coach. But being a coach and being a manager is not the same thing.
Being good, very good, and getting you over the line is two different things, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But yeah, we'll see, man. I think we'll slap Luton tonight. Yeah, I think, and that'll put pressure on City.
I think so.
Who are Liverpool playing next? Are they playing this week? They've got a midweek game.
Then they got us next week.
Today, Wolves, Burnley, Luton, Arsenal. Oh, they're playing Sheffield United away tomorrow. They should slap them.
Yeah, they should. Hey, bro, Partey's not injured, bro. He's on tag. You know the ones. He's in his house. Ankle bracelet. You know the ones. Is what it is.
He was in some limo the other day with his chick, man, like playing some R. Kelly tunes and that on his Snapchat. I'm not even joking.
That's
I wish
crazy.
I was joking. Yeah.
He hasn't read the room, bruv. You know, like that.
He hasn't read the room at all.
He hasn't read it, mate.
But it is what it is, man. Now, listen, we're going to wrap this up. The show's been fire as always, man. Big up to everyone inside. I'm going live with Fluers in a minute. Then I'm back on here, 7:15 UK time. I hate these late kickoffs, man. 7:15, I'll be back on here with the Arsenal watch along. Ola and Matty will be joining. Fan cams and player ratings. But what you got coming up, man?
6 o'clock with Lewis. We're live, and then 9 o'clock with Daps. So couple shows this evening, people. So yeah, man, we'll catch you over there.
There you go. Link in the title. Make sure you check it out, people. And yeah, these United content creators are feasting this Christmas. I can tell you that.
Merry Christmas, people. I haven't celebrated Christmas, but boy, I'm going to celebrate this year, boy.
I don't really celebrate Christmas either. It's the biggest marketing scam other than our football clubs. But yeah, Terry's scared, man. So we're gonna go and rattle him, innit? Yeah, we're gonna go and rattle him, man. One game against Everton, he said Anana's turned the corner and he can see what he's doing. 3 days later, he wants him out the club in January. Yeah, that guy don't get clipped up enough. So the 1,400 people in there need to start clipping Terry Fluers more, mate. Yeah, he don't get clipped enough for the size of that channel, man. Honestly,
crazy.
Anyway, we're out, man. Laters. Make sure you sub to Rants, people. We're gone. Laters.